Hello there, I'm Sai, and welcome back to WorldBox, God Simulator. We will be continuing our seeing who will be the undisputed ruler of Siphonland. I've got it at half speed at the moment, just so we can see what's happening. Our orange dwarves have increased in population, but they're still at war with these elves. Who's at war? Bunch of orcs and elves having a screaming match from across the river. However, these orcs might get pincered by this dwarf faction. No? Human faction, sorry. The Red Urg warriors are still the powerhouse on this side of this continent. The elves haven't done much towards each other yet. We're about to have a big war here. I'm assuming they're going to go after the other human faction and acquire the territory. These humans down here, the Imperium, the Appim Imperium is about to get slaughtered. Oh, who does this belong to? Oh, the Red Urg warriors. So let's go to normal speed and see who the great Maha go to war with. Finally increasing in population here, steadily. Come on, who's gonna be? Who are we gonna fight? That seems to be the end of the Epim Imperium. These two factions, I won't bother pronouncing names, to be honest. Yep, as I suspected. They're going to war with the other human faction, acquire their territory, and really become a powerhouse of this peninsula here. But then that only leaves the dwarves and the orcs for them to expand against. And I've noticed orcs are very good at fighting people. Judging from how Uha lost territory to a orc faction that was much smaller than them, they controlled all this territory in the previous episode, which they no longer do. Let's follow this captain. They died. Fresh reinforcements coming in. Hang on, I'm gonna zoom out. It's awfully loud being so zoomed in. And unfortunately, our island elves could not withstand. What are these guys? The natives of this biome, which is a pity. And I don't really want to change anything at this point. Want it to happen naturally. You're finally declaring for peace. See? They're getting their butts kicked again. By an orc faction that's half their size. Yeah, and the Great Maya are about to conclude their war. Oh, they're pushing back there. Just. But I think it's just a little too late. the dwarves here need to think about confederating, consolidating, or unifying in some manner, because oh, the Rudug warriors, they're about to go to war. And let me say, when they go to war, they tend to win. Oh, we got another expansion here about to proceed. Will they go to war with another elf faction, or will they get rid of these orcs down here? That's the question. Because the dwarves here are also just hanging on for dear life. Yeah, there we go. Armies are in enemy territory, and conversion is taking place. And voila, another village. And truly, they've becoming a bit of an empire. They're vying for peace. They're still fighting, but their army is in human territory. Still going at it. Oh, are they going to go after them or them? Are there any alliances that formed without me knowing? No, we don't have any alliances yet. I do have that setting on. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, if they can declare war, they can declare alliances, so... Peace has been made. Now they can focus all their attention there. Oh, they're also going to go to war. Ooh, things are spicing up. Yeah, and they're getting rid of the orcs down here. And then this will... Well, once these dwarves perish, or ultimately something happens to them, this will truly be Elfland. The Great Oog warriors taking on another orc tribe, adding to their horde. Smart move. The bigger they get, the stronger they are. I mean, duh. Well done, Great Maya. The first faction to reach over 500, and immediately they're looking for an alliance. Spears of Emram, also looking for an alliance. See, now we're getting into the age of alliances, where multiple factions will be teaming up against each other. Yeah, the Ridug warriors win another war. I'm curious to see who they're going to go after. Because frankly, as fun as it is watching these dwarves constantly be at war. Ooh. Okay, they declared war on the dwarves up here. That's interesting. I thought they would have fought amongst themselves and try to form one big faction. Okay. Yeah, there we go. A pity. They're seeking to consolidate all the dwarf territories here. That makes sense. But they have they fought each other yet? Okay, they have to go through the mountain passes. Who's winning up here? Troops are moving over territories, so progress is being made. And troops are being lost here. However, because they have to move through the mountain pass, they can bring whatever troops they have to bear much quicker. But I'm sure they have more. It's just a matter of time. Who's winning here? This seems to be... It's pretty even at the moment. I think the orcs are going to win that. These guys are holding on for dear life too. Ooh. Who will they be declaring war against? And did they form an alliance? I know, no, it looked like they failed to form an alliance. See? Oh, wow. Can they win this? From 65? I doubt it, because now that these armies have crossed over the mountain, it should be a turning point. Ah. That's just mean. So this big elf faction went to war with the little orc horde that was here, and this big elf faction has declared war on the little dwarf faction. And with that, with the end of that, this will be Elfland. I want to utilize this island. Well, I want them to utilize this island, but... yeah. Zogkoz seems to be beating the spears of Imram. You know, actually... And this human faction, they lost their main village again. And now this territory is just going to be taken by the Rid warriors, I imagine. We're going to just form another village there. I mean, tops to them for taking the Infernal Land, but... That's... Oh, now the other dwarf... The little dwarf faction declared war on them. And this war is taking an interesting turn. They're doing a lot better than I initially thought they would. And if they seek peace with them, then maybe the AI's attention will be a bit more focused here. Maybe? The bad is also seeking a fight with somebody. Will they go after the other orcs now that their armies are distracted? Or they try and take on our powerhouse of humans here? Well, our only human faction that's doing well. These guys are... Yeah, the dwarf army is encroaching. And... Come on. Another orc? One more orc? Okay. Come on, Red Ogre Warriors. Oh wow, they're winning. The scales have tipped now. They're the ones in the 60 population. Damn, okay. And congratulations to the Rid warriors for becoming an empire, going over 500. That's what I consider. Ah, cheeky move. They did go after the other horde. Now that their armies are messing up the dwarves, nobody's at home. They can conquer all their territory. And the Great Maya, oh, they're seeking a fight. Hopefully they seek a fight with somebody on their continent and not over the way. Because then that's not really going to amount to much. And yep, orcs and dwarves have been removed from this land, and it's purely elf now. We've got 2 powerhouse elf factions and 2 weaker ones, so maybe they'll get conquered as well. And that should be the end of Zarkoz as Bird takes their territory. And the spears of Ver Imrim just need to survive for a little bit until their armies turn to Bad and they were not at war with each other, so they should be fine. Just a little longer. And voila. What was it? Zarkoz is defeated, and the orcs that were here have now joined the Bad no longer at war with spears of Ver Imrim. Damn! They're winning! They're now the powerhouse dwarf faction. Also helps that these elves finally acknowledged their war with them and sent them a letter, hey, we don't want to be at war with you anymore. And they're like, okay, just going to allow us to consolidate. But that does mean the dwarves are the weakest faction in terms of population at the moment. Okay, I think the Great Maya was going to declare war on Zarkoz. With their defeat, they no longer want to be at war. Okay. Now that we got some major factions established, I want to say the orcs are currently in first place because they got 2 powerhouse factions on either side. Actually, these are, well, other than these guys, they're their only factions left. Then, I want to say it's the elves. They've got a nice solid ground here, which is just elves. They're very divided still, but nobody can exactly get to them. Then I would say it's the humans in third. The Great Maya being the sole reason for that, because Ohu is very much in a bad situation, being at war with 2 factions smaller than them, but being unable to win anything. This war is taking its sweet time, but a great turnaround for if you're rooting for the Great Mayhem. I hate these default names. Oh, and if you enjoyed this episode, I hope to see you next time and to see who the Rid warriors declare war upon. Will they go after the final orc faction here and get as much territory as possible? Will they turn on the humans? Or will they try and destroy the dwarves? Stay tuned. And remember, good evening and good night.